Hey everybody, it's Jeremy Bradley here, and it's time for the BuffRadio.com entertainment wrap-up presented by Buff Boy Brewing Company.
JB's Entertainment Wrap-Up.
Brought to you by BuffBoyBrewing.com. For a great cup of joe, there's one thing you should know. Your morning brew can also be playful. Buff Boy Brewing guys make the temperature rise, and you'll surely feel naughty when you swallow their coffee. Shop Buff Boy Brewing's premium collections of coffee and tea at BuffBoyBrewing.com. Buff Boy Brewing, you can't get enough buff. Here's what's making news this July 4th on this special edition of the show. And you know what we're talking about today. The stock market. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's all about the Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce wedding today. Here's what we know about the event that went down at Madison Square Garden that, pissed off locals for most of the week. All afternoon, we saw the A-list stars arriving for the ceremony. Everyone from Jennifer Lopez, Tim McGraw, Faith Hill, Tom Cruise, Gwen Stefani, Blake Shelton, Ed Sheeran, Reese Witherspoon, Paul McCartney, and Stevie Nicks were there. We'll talk about those last two in a moment. Someone else who was there and played a bigger role was Adam Sandler. Sandler officiated the ceremony and threw in a lot of comedy. Sandler performed a funny song for and about the couple. Did you even know he was friends with them? Did you? Apparently Sandler and Kelce got to know each other working on Happy Gilmore 2. At the time, Sandler said of Kelce, quote, "He's such a gentle, nice guy." In the days leading up to the wedding, though, we heard that bridesmaids were rumored to be Selena Gomez and Gigi Hadid. That did not happen. In fact, there was no full wedding party with a dozen people. You've seen those, right? The table and the row of them. Well, Swift's brother Austin was the man of honor, and Kelce's brother Jason was best man, and Jason's kids were flower girls. One of the big stories from most celebrity weddings is what the couple wore, right? I mean, that's going to be the big thing. Swift's rep confirmed in a press release, yes, there was a press release after the wedding, that the bride and groom wore custom Christian Dior haute couture, with Kelce in a white tux and Swift in a gown with a long train. The shoes, both of them wore Christian Louboutins, and Swift wore Cartier jewelry. Swift walked down the aisle to one of her own songs played on strings. I mean, she's that into herself, right? I mean, yes, it's the bride's day, but does it literally have to? Anyway, following the ceremony, Swift's mom, Andrea, invited the guests to join the party on the main floor that was described as Alice in Wonderland meets the Wizard of Oz. Remember, we talked about trees and even some kind of castle structure being loaded into the arena earlier in the week. And then the grown-up guests were invited to play carnival games. And I just, like, this, great for a kid's party, right? I mean, but you just think, like, there's this big, massive hulk of a football guy and his wedding. I don't know. We'll just move on before I start hearing from all the Swift fans coming at me. Well, it was indeed the bride's day. I mean, you know, she played her own music walking down the aisle. But we also heard Stevie Nicks would perform, and then it was later revealed that she was performing with Swift. So you gotta steal the spotlight, right? I mean, it's your wedding day, right? The two have been friends for over 15 years since they performed at the Grammys back in 2010, and then we also heard that at some point Paul McCartney would play. We're waiting on details about that. Now, to make the wedding announcement official, screens outside Madison Square Garden changed to "Just and T married." It took me about you've seen the sign already, right? It took me about 5 times. I thought it was just a really bad ad for AT&T. Just and T, just married, Justin T. It took, when it takes a minute to figure it out, it misses the mark. That's what I'm just gonna say, right? But so, and of course, there were tons of onlookers staring up and taking pictures of the announcement all evening. Now, across the way, the Empire State Building was lit up in blue as a nod to having something blue on your wedding day, right? Something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. And I'll have to say that they previously lit up the structure in orange for the release of Swift's "The Life of a Showgirl." All right, we've got even more to talk about tomorrow. And how did the Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce wedding change lives? Apparently it did. We'll have those details tomorrow. That is a check of your celebrity headlines for this Saturday, July 4th. Happy 4th of July, everybody. I'm back tomorrow right here on the BuffRadio.com entertainment wrap-up presented by Buff Boy Brewing Company. Till next time, I'm Jeremy Bradley.
For a great cup of joe, there's one thing you should know. Your morning brew can also be playful. Buff Boy Brewing guys make the temperature rise, and you surely feel naughty when you swallow our coffee. If you want some